it's me, Alex. Today I am doing a chatty get ready with me using products that I already own. Some of these things have been discontinued. I just shopped my stash. I'm not using anything new, you know, because I just wanted to put makeup on my face, hang out with y'all, do something pretty fun and easy, you know. So that is kind of what this video is going to be. Before I get into everything, I did want to announce that I started my own Patreon. There are 2 tiers. I only did $3 and $5 tiers, that way I know sometimes I really want to support people on Patreon, but I don't always have a lot of money, so I wanted to make that, you know, pretty accessible. Like, this is a no pressure, just a if you want to do this sort of thing, but I'm putting it out there that I made Patreon, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, I'll put a link to that down below if you're interested at all. If you're not, no worries. And you're still gonna get the same amount of content on this channel. Nothing here is changing. I'm just putting up some extra content over there if you would like it. So I think that is enough of an introduction to this video, so let's just get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with my NYX HD eyeshadow primer. It is a good thing we're shopping my stash today, because, well, this is the only eyeshadow primer I own. If you've watched my videos for long enough, you definitely know this. So I guess this is a good time to catch up on life. I recently started a new job. I'm not going to say where my job is, mostly for like safety and protection purposes, because I don't want to reveal my job on the internet, but I will say that I'm very happy with it. So I feel like that's all I desperately need to say about it. By the way, for my eyes, I chose to use the JKissa palette because I did a very good look with this earlier in the week that I tried to post, but I think Instagram was down that day, so I'm gonna just recreate it. And also, I just really love this palette and its color scheme. I feel like it's very nice and distinctive. It's one of those things where, like, when you do an eye look with it and you show off that eye look, you can tell, like, oh yeah, that was using the JKissa palette, right? You know? And speaking of JKissa, I'm going to be using a lot of the brushes from that collection. So this is the J3 brush, and I feel like that brush set was definitely the best thing to come out of her second collaboration. So I'm just going to take this shade BFF here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. I've been working at a new job and I'm really enjoying it. I feel very happy and fulfilled there, which is nice because I feel like, you know, quarantine and unemployment can, you know, just really get to you in that way, you know what I mean? So it makes me very, very happy that I can actually start doing some things that I enjoy. It is not in a church because most churches aren't actually hiring right now because they're not any of the organizations that have money. So if you were guessing that is not it. So, but I'm really enjoying it. I feel, like I said, I feel really good. So I think that's kind of the biggest update as far as, you know, what's been going on since my last get ready with me, because I remember my last get ready with me, I had intended to talk a lot on that and then I didn't. Now I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm going to take that burgundy shade My Moon up here, and I'm going to place that on the outer V of my eye. Well, so kind of what I did the other day that ended up looking really good is I did almost like an ombre on the lid. I just kind of ended up using all of the shades from this palette because I know this wasn't everyone's cup of tea when it came out, but I feel like, you know, you put it all together and I feel like it's such a good, like, little fun color story that you can actually get a wide variety of looks out of. And I know that, like, most people probably don't like, you know, the mustard green purple sort of color scheme, but I really do. It makes me really happy. I like JKissa's way of doing makeup. It makes me very, very happy. So, and for the center lid shade, I'm going to take the Mac and Cheesy shade called, surprise, surprise, Mac and Cheese, and pop it on my lid. This was the palette that really kind of got me back into e.l.f.'s formula, because I had tried some that I didn't really care for all that much. It just wasn't like my cup of tea. Like, I had their collaboration palette with Christian Siriano, and I was like, that was kind of ew. It really, the shades did not work well for me. Like, the shimmers were pretty good, But as far as the matte shades on there, it just wasn't super great. I'm gonna go back in with more of the burgundy to just blend out the outer corner. So that really kind of put me off from the e.l.f. formula, but I kind of figured when she first came out with this collab, I was like, well, you know, I feel like anything that she does, like she wouldn't put out an eyeshadow palette that I didn't really like quality-wise. And now I'm just going to take that lime green shade Alien and pop that on the inner portion of my lid. And like, I've used the newer collaboration as well, and I think it is actually pretty good quality. I know it's not for everyone, but I do really like it. I think that quality-wise, it wasn't that bad. It's more that just, I got the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette around that same time, and that one, I just liked those sorts of rainbow colors a little bit better. But these brushes though, okay, I'm gonna go in with more mac and cheese on the lid so I can blend everything out correctly. I like doing this kind of combination here. I really liked how this turned out when I did it last week. So yeah, and I'm sorry for like not filming for a while. I had filmed basically a Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me for last week, and then I got it and discovered that a lot of the footage had been corrupted, so that didn't work. I'm gonna go in with my NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil in the shade 04 True Beige Buff before I go in with my lower lash line. That way I have kind of my base down and I'm not doing any sort of, like I don't accidentally cover it up when I'm blending it, you know? I think I'm almost out of this. So I'm just using a Real Techniques sponge. That kind of corrupted any sort of work for last week because I didn't have time to refilm it, and then I just ended up not having a lot of time in general. So that's been kind of sucky, but you know, I'm trying to get back on the horse, trying to create some more content because I have lots of ideas for things. And I actually want to, I mean, I've been trying to take this seriously for a long time, and it's just like chronic illness sometimes makes it difficult, you know? But I do genuinely enjoy this, and I want to film as much as possible because I do love it. And like, fall is my time, you know? Speaking of like videos I've done, thanks for all the love on the palette creation video. I had a good time filming that. I thought it was really fun, and I think I'm gonna do a couple more like it. So before I get into that, give me 1 second. I'm going to use now the purple shade Danger, and I'm going to take that on the e.l.f. and JKissa J2 brush and put that towards the outer portion of my lower lash line. I want to film a couple more palette creation videos since I did have a genuinely really good time with it. I want to do making a Halloween palette because I love Halloween. I am a spooky bitch. And I also want to basically fix the Friends palette that Makeup Revolution made, because Friends is kind of my like problematic favorite TV show. Like, no, it's not my favorite of all time, but I admit that I do laugh at it sometimes. I recognize that there are so many things that go against my values that are in that show, but I still do a giggle upon occasion. And I think that they could have done so much better than what they did with that palette, because I think there is lots of beautiful colors from that show, but they just did it all brown. And I get that it's the 90s, but like, come on, man, come on. And then for the inner portion of my lower lash line, I'm going to use Sway right here. e.l.f. and JKissa J4. I told you we're getting all the shades from this palette in there. Oh, I love this lavender so much. I think it is such a pretty little shimmer. I just want to pack on a little bit more of the darker purple to blend that out. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to use obviously the biggest shade there, 23. And I also really like the shade as a base highlight. I think it is pretty great. Now I did, last week I did end up doing a little bit of liner with it. I kind of don't feel like doing that, but at the time, just so you can know what I used at the time when I did it, I used the Melt Cream Gel Liner in Wallflower, and I think it worked super great because it really complemented the green towards the inner part of my lid. I don't feel like doing that today. That involves effort, and it is a Sunday afternoon, and after this I am filming one more video and then I'm not doing jack shit except perhaps making a peach cobbler. So no liner is what I'm trying to say. That means it is time for me to curl my lashes, and we'll do my face, and then we'll do my lips, and then we'll be done. Wow. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Thank you for the love on my Cats Pick My Makeup video. I thought that was really, really fun. I just wanted to do something that would bring a lot of people a lot of joy, and I figure my cats bring a lot of serotonin into my life, so I figured it would bring some into yours. I would like to get the Shuggies on board with this and do one as well. I don't know how well that would work out, if that'll be easier or harder than the cat one, but you know, we can potentially give it a shot. They all had vet appointments this week, so we had to take Smudge in because he's been having some jaw problems. It turns out that he has a genetic gum disease, like he just wasn't chewing right. Most sugar gliders will like bite down with their front teeth and then chew with their back teeth, like humans do, you know, but he was basically pushing all of his food to the back of his mouth, but it turns out he has a genetic gum disease that's actually common in a lot of sugar gliders, and he's a dad and he might have passed it down to his babies. But they said that since we caught it so early, since we were very quick about getting him to the vet, that they're not really concerned about it. It just means that, like humans, he should have a dentist appointment about twice a year just to get his teeth cleaned, and we can get him some little like dental treats as well that'll really help promote just good dental hygiene for him, so that way, you know, his gums and teeth can be happy and healthy. So I'm glad that it really wasn't a big deal, and we're also really concerned that like he would lose weight because he wasn't eating as much or eating as well, but turns out Smudge enjoys food so much that he was willing to work through his pain, because apparently, according to the vet, he actually gained weight. So good for him. I'm happy for him because I know that little boy loves him some treats. And then we took the kittens to the vet this Friday. I'm gonna use my Fenty bronzer in Shady Biz. Then we took the cats to the vet this Friday and they're doing just fine. That was just a kitten checkup. Both times, actually, both of the vet appointments, we just got a lot of compliments on how sweet our pets are. Like Smudge, when he went to the vet, they said that he actually like came out of the bag and gave them kisses, which, you know, normally at a vet, pets are pretty scared, you know? So I'm very happy for him, and like apparently Goose and Ivy were like just as sweet and adorable and lovely, so I'm just saying, we're being great parents. I think I'm gonna use my ColourPop blush sticks in 25A because I do like this shade. I'm just not buying from ColourPop at the moment because they're being not inclusive, and I don't like that in a brand. This is a pretty like universal blush. I think it looks pretty nice. I like the blush better than the highlighter that came in that collection, but I think that's just because I generally prefer a cream blush to a cream highlight. Okay, speaking of highlights, I'm gonna use this nightmare of a thing as my highlight, the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in Radiant Lights. The clatter that you heard earlier in this video was the lid from that, and this lid has been broken for a long time. And that's not the first time that this has happened with this highlighter. This is my second highlighter of these that I've owned that has busted. The first one busted completely. I couldn't repress it. And this one, you know, the lid came off, and a little while ago the cats kicked it off my desk, and so that part is broken out. I'm trying to pan this because I do genuinely enjoy the product, but the packaging is just so god-awful that no, never again, not doing that shit. I know that Makeup Revolution is supposed to be a cheaper brand, a little bit less expensive, but I have drugstore highlighters that have better packaging than this that don't break on me so easily, so I am pretty disappointed that they did that. I think the good news is that all of my highlighters that I own, except for like 2 of them, they all look the same. They're all in that same tone as my Makeup Revolution one. So even after I finish this one, I will not be wanting for neutral pinky champagne-y type highlighters. They will all look the same on my face. Speaking of packaging, I'm looking through my melt lipsticks to find the correct one. And I think the packaging is really cute, but there's absolutely no indicator of what actual color the lipstick is on these. And I don't like that. That pisses me off because I like having an indicator of what things actually look like on the bottom. Like you can see the shade name, but not a color. But I'm gonna use the shade On The Go as my lipstick for this one. I was gonna use the Glam Goth Beauty liquid lipstick in Perish, but my lips are feeling a little bit dry today since I lost my lip balm, so I want to use a cream lipstick. Okay, so this is the finished look. I am very happy with how this turned out. Okay, y'all, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And I will see y'all in my next one. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye!